Welcome back. It's your host, GF. Game 7, first round, Leafs at Bruins recap. And boy, did history repeat itself, but let's take care of business here. Yep, an old tradition. Yeah, because this is why the Leafs don't win, let me tell you. Every superstition anyone has ever done, none of them work. Try watching at your same spot, your favorite spot, your girl sucking your dick, whatever it is, has been working for 57 years, man. So anyway, we'll take care of that for now. We'll do the rest after. So, somebody, if I want to be, what I know I am, the dad of the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Zio maybe, whatever you want to call it, but the amount of friends I know, acquaintances, whatever, that are so dumb and wrong about the Toronto Maple Leafs, but hey, everyone's entitled to their platform, whatever, just idiots. So let's just start with this. 2-1, once again, couldn't score. Once again, the major problem, the offense, the power play, which was 1 for 21. There's a lot of stats in this series on both sides. 1 for 21. So, people ripping Samsonov, you guys are cowards. You know nothing about hockey. You just don't. You think you do, but you really don't. Like this much, 15 minutes before puck drop, all this shit. Matthews in, Wall out, Sammy's got to come in. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better performance from a goalie that he's good, but he's inconsistent. And, the game opened up. This wasn't game 5 and 6. It opened up a little bit more. Chances both ways, Swayman and Samsonov. You can't ask for better Game 7 goaltending. And then Willie, who took a step, and when I say he's a made man meaning he stays, he's going on. Matthews, I thought it was a mistake to have him in. I was wrong. There you go. There's a 1 out of 10 because he made a play. He kind of looked how I thought he looked, but he picked it up when he had to. Money on the table, great play. Good for the refs. That was not a trip on Matthew Nyes. I called it to my buddies right away when everyone's complaining. I don't blame the refs. I'm a winner. So, refs were good. The Nyes one was a little chippy, but 2 penalties for Boston, 1 for the Leafs. Nobody did anything. Bagels, which we'll get to in a second. So, how can you rip the goalie? But that's fine. But, nice pass. 34 to 88. 1-0. I celebrated, for sure. But I locked back. I'm like, guys, 10 minutes. We know what it is. Long way from being over. I thought for sure, 2-3 minutes I've pulled the goalie. But as we've seen with the Leafs, and this is how it's been with Babcock too. A lot of guys, this isn't just this year. A minute later, first shift later, whatever it is, you get scored on. And people blaming Sammy again because you guys are losers. You know nothing about sports. Half of you probably didn't ever played on any level, man. And I didn't play on a level, but you got to just play sports in general. You got to understand that that's not your goalie's fault. It's through a screen. Riley didn't block it. We'll get into him. I mean, there's plenty of blame to go around, but all the saves he made, you're going to turn on your goalie? Fuck you. We understand he's not as solid as Wall, but what are you going to do? Wall can't stay healthy either, so just a part of the curse, which is still alive. And then, we almost ended it in regulation. Willie comes in and banks it in, and it almost went in, but that's just how it is. Jeremy Swayman is just a better goalie. I give Samsonov credit for staying with them, but in the end, the big overtime blunder by Marner, who forgot to skate and stay with Pasternak, and then that's on Morgan Riley. People want to blame Sammy. Once again, you know nothing about hockey. You can't. Yeah, if he felt really confident, you dive, you sprawl a la Hasek, but what if you don't get it like Hasek usually did? Then you look like an idiot that's a wide open net, and idiot Leaf fans, loser Leaf fans are going to cry even more. They already are crying. So that's basically the problem with this market. They're not on the same page. That's why I got to be the one. We need one voice here. It's mine. God bless Dangle and those guys, but even they're wrong, ripping the goalies and all that. Stop with the excuses. It's the core 4. So let's go in order here. Hall pass, 34 and 88. I don't think I need to explain that. If I do, don't even watch SFW. You're too stupid. You don't understand. It's 44, 91, and 16. Okay? Now, 91 is older, a little bit lower bar, but disappointed. 1 goal, 1 assist, 7-game series, that's not good enough. At least he had some big clutch moments here and there, but not good enough. For what you're getting paid and everything, I think you're a third-line winger next year, but we'll get into that eventually. Morgan Rielly, the playoff mo, it wasn't there from last year. You're not a true number one. Can't score on the power play. Shouldn't be on a power play. And then the ringleader, Mitch Marner, who Hall of Fame regular season. And, I mean, what can you say? Every stat, every number, guy. What can you say, guys? Can't score in the playoffs. Can't get it done. So they all died together. They all died together, and there's nothing we can do about it. So that's how I see that. Then Keefe's an idiot. Loved Yarncroke too much. Yarncroke for a secondary guy. Couldn't bury anything in the series. Kudos to the defense. Simon Benoit, McKay, Joel Edmondson came to play. But Edmondson and them are stone hands on offense. That's what's wrong with our blue line. And this is all on the ex-GM, man. Won't even say his name because he's the ultimate loser. Him and SchKeefe finally gone. That's why I wanted it done in 5. But in classic Leaf fashion, they come back. And then it had to be another Game 7 overtime. So that officially for me closes the chapter on that, I guess, Tavares window as captain. And we got to open up a new one with, I think, Matthews getting to see. If JT wants to stay here for a couple mil and third-line winger, that's what I see. But he is back next year for now. Now the questions, are they going to ask him that last year, the no-move clause to get out of here? And let's finish off with Mitch Marner because, again, so shout out to Joe Wall, self-explanatory. We're keeping him. Awesome. I don't know what to say about Mitch, guys. It's disappointing. You are the Dak Prescott of the Toronto Maple Leafs and vice versa. We're not going anywhere. You've had enough time. Both of you guys have had enough time, and I wish you nothing but the best. But Willie bitching you out in Game 4 and then him scoring and all that, he knocked you out. And 95% of us thought that Mitch would be here long-term, and we trade Willie for D. Well, that is flipped. And that's what it is, guys. So I would get rid of Shanahan, Keefe, try to trade Rielly eventually or upgrade him DeRozan style for Leonard. Try to do that. Mitch has to go with a year left, and he wants a raise. Can't roll my eyes any harder. But, hey, that's what he needs to do for his family and all that. That's none of my business. It is tough. Party that I've met this wedding, had a great time. It's tough. It's like breaking up with someone that you don't want to, but the sex ain't good, pussy's dry. I don't know what to say, guys, but Mitch ain't it, man. Just like Dak Prescott. So that's where we're at. JT comes back for another year, or does he? We'll figure that out. But in Tree Living, we trust going forward. This new guy, Pelly, and that's what it is. Congrats to the Bruins. I am putting money on Game 1 Florida and the series. I don't believe in the Bruins, but good for Pastrnak. Big game player, got called out. I think their coach stays. Their coach is a real coach. Ours has been a phony from the start. And for Sheldon Keefe, you have gained a lot. As I'm losing weight, you're gaining it. As I don't have grays, you have a whole bunch. For your own health, it's time for you to go, man. And what can you say, man? This was an epic failure. Matthews, Marner, Willie, and Rielly, 1-8 in the playoffs. JT came 2 years later, 1-6. And you look at their playoff numbers and the points per game and the things that matter, it is bad. But to JT, at least you got us out of round 1 in Sammy, so salute for that last year against Tampa. These guys are solid against Tampa, but Bruins, Panthers, and those are the 2 most recent ones. None of these guys are getting it done. So a shakeup is needed. The core 4 is dead. The we will, and all that. You're a fucking idiot. You should never have a job ever again in the National Hockey League after you're done in Pittsburgh. You're more of a scout, work the OHL. So I will say their names probably for the final ever time. Sheldon Keefe, Kyle Dubas, you cut your teeth. Did a couple of decent good things, but overall, it is a massive failure, and you guys got to go. And this is the last Leaf, I guess, SFW of the year. I'm mentally exhausted with this shit. Obviously, I'm going to enjoy the other series. Real hockey, real number 1 defenseman, real blue lines, real production. What they do in Colorado or Edmonton, these teams, it takes our guys, Tavares and Marner, then a whole series to do. So that's the difference, guys. 1 for 21 on the power play. Fired the entire coaching staff, but that is it, guys. Enjoy your summer. I'll enjoy mine. Ladies, one at a time. I'm back, but this one hurts, but we got to move on. Go, let's go.